Hi guys, so it's been a while. Sorry, it's been a really crazy, busy fucking month. As you all know, or some of you know, I am a body piercer and I'm also a tattoo apprentice at my family shop. I say family because it's actually a family I married into. It's my wife's family's shop. The shop's been here for 20 years. The shop, and I'm not just bragging. It's got a really great reputation. So like being me already, being someone who has high anxiety, being someone who is high stress and gets stressed out very easily and doubts herself and pretty much is bipolar. So I have all the fun things that go with it, like bipolar and anxiety and OCD and like all this fun stuff that goes with it. It's been sort of terrifying. Like I started doing it in January and I started doing like the tracing and all that stuff and it was great until I started working on people and then it was like, ugh. And when I first started doing it, and Shana was just like, well, do what you're comfortable with. Well, I don't know what I'm comfortable with. So people would just give me ideas, and I'd be like, okay, I can do that. And I wouldn't really ask questions. And I was just like, oh, yeah, yeah, let's do this. And it's funny, the things that I thought would be so hard on tattooing are a lot easier than the things that I thought would be easy are a lot harder. You know what I mean? Like, and especially being taught by my wife is the one who's teaching me. And like, I learn in different ways. Like, I have to ask questions, I have to talk it out because if not, it doesn't get in my brain. Like, I have a really bad memory, and that helps me get things out. So we've been talking about it, and like I also have another job, so I'm only at the studio Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's been summer, it's been super busy. Like my boyfriend has been super busy. Really haven't had a lot of time to train me. Megan's super busy. Like Megan, her sister, is the other one who works there. We've all been really busy, and we've been losing a lot of business because my wife's always booked. Megan's always booked. The other artist, her sister, and then there's not a walk-in artist. Is what I need to be. I need to be the walk-in artist, and I was hoping by like June, July, I would be picking up names and all this stuff. And then I sort of had like a derailment. I let my anxiety take over everything. And I let my anxiety take over everything. It's the point that I was freaking out. Like I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm gonna have to tell her I can't be a tattoo artist. And telling her I can't be a tattoo artist also me telling my parent-in-laws that I can't work at their studio. So they're gonna have to find another person to work there. And telling like my sister-in-law that I also can't work at her studio and like they're all, sort of screwed because I also do, like all the supplies and I also clean this, make sure the studio is super clean and do like the counter work and do like the studio bitch work, which is not an insult. Like that's like a compliment to me. Like I earn that, I earn the studio bitch work. Like I'm a body piercer and I, do studio bitch work. But without my tattooing involved in it, like we need another person to tattoo as well because we're really busy. Like usually in the summer, there's like a 3 week waiting period, and people don't want to wait 3 weeks for their tattoos. They want their tattoos, they want it now, especially if you want like a name or an infinity symbol or something really small. And I kept feeling like I have to do this, I have to do this, and it was getting harder and harder. Like I was not getting it. So I was pretty much like about a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I was like here stress level. Like I was like I'm stressed, like I'm done. Me and Shannon were constantly fighting over everything, and I couldn't really because I had this thing behind me. Like I want to tell her like I can't do this. It's too hard. It's too hard. But here's the thing. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, this is so hard. This is so hard. I can't do this. But flip back, 2 years ago when I started body piercing, the same thing. This is so hard. This is so hard. I can't fucking do this. And it's more in this fucking crazy ass brain. Like having anxiety and having like massive anxiety like I do where I'm always terrified of everybody anyway makes regular things 15 times harder. And believe me, I'm not saying this like what was me because I fought through it and I'm still fucking doing it. But like when I have a piercing, when a regular person has a piercing, they usually have the confidence where like, we got this, I can pierce, I'm good. Well, when someone like me who already has that sort of self-doubt and that sort of like fun little crazy feelings, I'm already like, I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up. So when I first started piercing, I was like, I can't do this. There's no way. I can't fucking pierce. Now it's like nothing. I love fucking piercing. It is my passion. I wish I could just be a piercer, but that's just not reality. And honestly, I want to build my career more. And being a piercer is just not it's not where my career it's going to be a stagnant career because body piercing is just, it isn't popular like it used to be. Like when you hit 16, 17, you're getting tattooed now. Okay, when I was younger, like that you got pierced first and then eventually got tattooed. That's just not where it is anymore. And where I live, because I live in Beach Town, in the summer I get really busy with piercings. The winter, not so much. I'm piercing a few people. I'm gonna start working on some really more interesting, like odd piercings, so hoping to build lower clientele with some weird piercings. But that's besides the point. So at this point, I'm like stressed to hear, like I can't tattoo, I can't do this. But I can't figure out if I'm stressed out because my brain's stressing me out, or I'm actually stressed out because being crazy, you never know really what's going on. So we went to a wedding, which oddly enough was my 5 year anniversary off of dope. So it was like a really my head was already fucked. And so we go to this wedding and there's an open bar, so I get trashed. And so does Shannon. We get fucking trashed. And things are weird. You can tell things are weird. And we're making out and like I guess she said something to the extent of like, you seem not here. And we sort of started like arguing a little bit, and I finally was just like, she's like, "Do you even want a tattoo?" Because she knew about it. Like it's like she knew but didn't want to say anything. It was like the pink elephant in the room, and I was like, "I don't know." And like I let it all out. I was like, "I have no idea," and like I felt like shit, and I was like, and at the beginning of it, I was done. Like I was like, I'm not gonna tattoo at all. Like I'm done. And then I got to sort of like actually get everything out, and we sobered up, and the next day we really talked about it. And I was able to sort of step back a little bit and be like, okay, the whole shop is not fucking running on me, being a tattoo artist or not. Like I don't have to be, because Megan's been tattooing for 20 years. Shane's been tattooing for like 10. I don't have to be them yet. And once I sort of got that, like, was able to step back and be like, all right, baby step, motherfucker, like calm it down. I'm a lot more happy about it now. So I decided to do a tattoo of the month. Like I have well, I now have 2 tattoos still out there that have to be finished. I had one that was like a Mad Hatter hat, which I just finished the other day, and they came out really good, and I was super fucking stoked about it. But besides those, I'm gonna actually pick like a tattoo every 2 weeks. About 2 weeks ago, I did bows. I did cute little itty bitty bows, and I paid, just apprentice prices. They're $20, and it gave me practice to do good lines, do a little old school look because it's more of a thicker kind of outline, and to blend colors. So the 2 colors in each, and do the highlights and that kind of stuff. And after doing about 12 bows, I mean, I was like, fuck yeah, I got this, like, good. And I felt a lot more confident and a lot more comfortable. And the thing that I was going to be terrified about was like sitting with somebody and tattooing them, like, oh my God, this is so scary. It's really not. It also helps we have to have a TV in our studio room. So if I have anything to say, they can fucking watch Netflix and like everything's great. But it's really not as uncomfortable as I thought it would be. Like that's not the uncomfortable part. It's actually sort of like the basic art things that I remember from high school don't make sense in the tattoo world. Like I'm like shadowing and making things 3D don't work the same way they do on paper as they do on skin. And that's one of the hardest things to sort of like get down. And I'm getting there. Like I'm feeling a lot more confident now because I sort of had that meltdown to be like, okay, I can fucking do this. Because when you have anxiety, you're already ready to fail. You're ready to fail everything. And like the only way I've ever learned to get over things is just jumping into the Shark Tank, just jumping into it and seeing what fucking happens. And so far, knock on something, for the most part, it's worked out to my advantage. So I am back to tattooing and back to really loving it. And like now it's been 2 weeks with diamonds and I was able to do it for diamonds. I was able to finish the one girl's tattoo. And now I have diamonds. I have bows. Excuse me. Diamonds are what's been doing next. Next week I'm actually doing diamonds. And same thing, I'm super excited. But I actually already had a girl who I did a bow on and her friend was there. And you're gonna get people because it's apprentice tattoos that see $20 tattoos and are like, fuck yeah, I'm getting that. But they expect either it to be perfect, and it's like this is not the point of an apprentice tattoo. If you're paying $20 for a tattoo, it's because someone's learning, like me, or someone isn't worth much. Like it's I hate to say that because I know great artists that don't charge a lot, but $20 is nothing when it comes to like you're no, it's $20. Like come on. So anyway, so I could tell that she wanted a cheap tattoo, but I'm not going to turn anybody down because I'm going to get a few people who just want cheap tattoos. Well, I did her friend's tattoo, and because again I'm an apprentice, this is actually my first like collection I've done myself because I want to just keep doing this. I have a lot of stuff to show to the health board. I want to be a good tattoo artist, even if if I just do small things for the rest of my life. I want to be a good tattoo artist. So I was doing these bows, and this one bow I have a little bit of pink that was off of the line a little bit, a very small amount, which will anybody who does tattoos knows that will fall out when it starts to heal because you go layer skin over it and it's gonna be gone. She pointed it out, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have an issue. So I have to call her and be like, by the way, these are apprentice tattoos. They may not be perfect. I'm gonna try my damnedest to make sure they're perfect. And every bow I did came out fucking great. Like there's one or two that has wonky lines. I want them to come back and fix a little bit. But out of like 12, I think I like about 10. So that's pretty damn good. But I need to make her aware that you were paying for a $20 apprentice tattoo, so it may not be perfect. But besides that, like stress is like whew, gone. And like I hate it. Like I feel like I'm whining about it, but it's my reality. And it sucks because like I have to not only do I have to train to be a tattoo artist and get over that anxiety that's already there, I have my own personal anxiety, which is like over here, like you suck and everything you do is shit. And I have to sort of jump for both of them. So I'm starting to feel a little better about it. I'm actually taking control of it. So like when people come in and they want these crazy, nope, I'm doing these things. And if you're not comfortable with these things yet, then we're not doing it. And I'm hoping by next summer to not have to have work at my second job or really cut down and just be able to do names and that kind of stuff. And because September is mental health awareness, I'm trying to do something for that. But I don't want to do semicolons because for some reason I feel like I'm making money off of suicide, and I don't like that. But I thought of maybe doing something that represents light because darkness is opposite light, so it's like light to get out of the depression. So I was like, I want a light bulb because that's me. But I was also thinking like sun rays and things that just sort of represent lights. And maybe adding the semicolon as part of it or something like that. So it's not the whole money. I'm also doing ribbons. Like I'm gonna start doing just basic smaller tattoos and then build up to bigger things. So I can do it at my own comfort level instead of feeling like I'm rushing into things and then I'm already fucking up because my brain's already like, no, I can't do this. So that's that. I'm super excited to tattoo again. Like now I'm like fucking stoked. I really wish I could just focus on it. I really wish I could spend 40 hours a week at the studio. But unfortunately, I can't. Now, I have been making decent money lately, so part of me wants to possibly at least cut my hours on my other job down because I really don't like my other job. I fucking hate my other job. It's a beauty supply store, which is fine, and I love beauty stuff, but it's not a career. It's a stupid fucking job. So I might have to cut some hours out so I can really focus on my tattoo. But that's what's been going on. Just straight up anxiety and nonsense and stress, and a lot more other things, but that's for another video because I'm not going to make this one like a half an hour. So tattooing anxiety is fucking hard, but it's possible. Most things are hard with anxiety. Like if you have anxiety, life is a little smidgenly hard because everything seems like it's going to fucking fall apart. And you just sort of have to find a way to step the fuck back and realize that everything is mostly in your head and just take a deep breath and fucking fight the damn sharks. Like that's all you can do. So, alright guys. Peace. Later.